So, Merry Mabon, my friends. Today I'm going to be just doing a little kind of vlog style video showing you what I do on Mabon to celebrate it, and I'm just going to be taking you out and about with me. Right now you can probably hear my kettle in the background. I'm just boiling a flask of tea to take with me to the nature walk that I'm going on very shortly. So I'm just leaving my house now. There we go. I'm actually really lucky because I live right next door to a huge dog park. Just beyond that fence is literally the dog park, so that's where we're going to go today. Okay, so how stunning are these trees here, look. You can literally see this one especially, look at how gorgeous that is. Literally the first leaves of fall. So these are the tiny little woods that are literally right next door to my house. They're literally less than a stone's throw away. It's amazing. I'll just walk over here and show you the sign. So this is Rookery Park and it's just absolutely gorgeous. It is really one of my favourite places in the entire world. If I'm being honest, it's probably the place where I first truly connected with nature, beyond just, you know, the kind of generic like trees are cool, they're beautiful to look at, animals are sweet kind of thing. It was when I literally made my first kind of connection to Wicca. So I really appreciate this place, and the fact that it is so local to me. I can come here whenever I want. In the summer it's a beautiful place to go for a hike and a picnic. In the fall, obviously, it's just gorgeous to come for a walk and to look at the changing colours and things. It just literally reminds me of like a little lost garden. It's just so gorgeous. Oh, there's a squirrel over there. I don't think we'll catch it without spooking him. But we have a huge abundance of grey squirrels right here. Oh my god, there's one there. Oh, hey little friend. Don't know how close I'm going to be able to get to this little guy because I don't want to scare him. But I mean, look at that. Oh, here he goes. Oh, he's a little parkour squirrel. So I've just found a little bench I'm going to sit on. I'm going to have some of the tea that I made, and then I'm going to go and start spreading the oats and seeds that I've brought with me in the forest and collecting some correspondences for my altar today. My all-time favourite part of Rookery Park is the north entrance to it. It literally is just a tunnel of trees, like an archway, an ongoing archway of trees. It's gorgeous. It takes me to some kind of like fantasy elfland or something, I don't know. I just love it. So in Rookery Park, I'm not entirely sure who does it. There must just be some other kind of nature lovers living nearby me. But throughout the woods, I've noticed there's a lot of like platforms and stuff that have been made by people for birds to feed on and stuff, and every time I walk through there's like little pots of like sugar water and things like that and seeds scattered around, and I just thought, although I don't know the people that have done this, I'm sure they wouldn't mind if I, you know, contributed with some offerings and stuff and left some seeds and oats out for the wildlife and things, because it's not just the birds here. Like I say, there's squirrels, there's also foxes and stuff, so there's a lot of animals here that, you know, need some nourishment. So here is it's just kind of like part of a tree that fell down a long ass time ago, but it's got some seeds on it, so I'm just going to leave some seeds and oats on here. And as I go throughout the forest, every little perch that I see that's been made, I'll just leave, you know, some bits and bobs, some little offerings. So here's my little tub of seeds and oats. I'm just going to scatter some around. Oh, quite a lot. Oh well. So I'm just going to be showing you and kind of talking you through some of the correspondences that I've gathered for this Mabon celebration. So obviously I went walking in the forest earlier, which you guys all saw. This, it's just a stick. I just picked it up, you know, because I liked it, and everything I took as well, I didn't take off of a living, you know, like a plant or a tree or anything like that. I didn't pick anything that was you know, still flourishing. I only took things like this branch had fallen off the tree. I found this shell, which obviously is no longer home to a snail or anything, so I thought it was quite nice. This is just my pentacle symbol that I always keep at my altar when I'm doing anything Wicca related at all at my altar. So some of the relevant gemstones and crystals for this Sabbat are citrine, which we have here. I've got my citrine crystal. This is one of my favourite crystals. I really resonate with the citrine. There's 2 clear quartz that I own, and then I've got a cut clear quartz, which is a little bit bigger, and this one's really good for clarity. This one's an all-round good one to have all over the place. I have more clear quartz stones than I have of anything else, and I think a lot of other Wiccans are quite the same in that respect, that they have quite a lot of clear quartz and smoky quartz around because they are a general all-round good stone. They have a lot of properties that are quite general to day-to-day life. And then finally, one that's quite specific to this season is my amber gemstone. This is also my newest gemstone. I've only had this one for a couple of weeks, but I really, really like it so far. It's a really beautiful gemstone, and it just goes perfectly with Mabon. So also, whilst I was out in Rookery Park earlier, I found these really beautiful fall leaves, which I will be decorating my altar with later on. Again, these leaves are ones that had fallen to the ground. I didn't actually pluck these straight off of the living tree. So incense and incense burners are always a handy piece of apparatus to have for any Wiccan, especially around the Sabbats and around any spell work and things that you do. I will be burning on this Mabon some cinnamon and some amber. This just fell off in my garden. We have a lot of trees in my backyard, and essentially I just really like it. Obviously it's got the colours of Mabon. It really represents the end of harvest with the leaves kind of browning off and whatnot, and I just think it's a really pretty piece to have at my altar later on. And then finally we have some offerings that I will be putting out in the garden later after I've done my meditation and thanked the harvest deities. So in this one we just have some oats. Oats are a pretty well-known harvest produce, so they'd be quite good, and especially to scatter in the garden, as I know there's a lot of wildlife near me that would appreciate these. Then next up we have some corn. Corn again is always harvested around this time of year. It's always an important crop, and I feel it just represents the autumn equinox really nicely. And finally, apple trees are dropping their apples around this time of year, and so I wanted to include a fruit piece, so I chose an apple because I couldn't get my hands on any berries or grapes where I live. So that is all of my correspondences, and those will be on my altar later on when I film how I actually thank the deities and what I do at my altar on Mabon. So this is what my finished, fully decorated altar looks like. I've got all my correspondences out and some candles, which I forgot to mention earlier. They're always really important. I've got an orange one and a green one, with it being Mabon. So I'm just going to light all of my candles and my incense. And then I'm going to get on to the main part, which is meditating and thanking the deities for this harvest season. And I'm not going to film that second part just because it's quite a personal thing, but I just wanted to show you all what my altar actually looked like when it was finished. So now all of my candles and incense are lit, and it looks and smells a lot better, and I'm ready to actually start the whole point of Mabon, which is the meditation and just giving some thanks to the deities. So that was my Mabon 2017 and how I spent it. This is the first time that I've ever actually really gone kind of all out and done a proper celebration for any of the Sabbats. I've been a Wiccan for around a year, but I've spent that past year kind of, especially because I'm a solitary Wiccan, kind of losing motivation to, you know, take part in the Sabbats and whatnot. I kind of got lost along the way a little bit and had obviously a lot to teach myself. Nobody in my family has been or is a Wiccan ever. I'm the only one, and my family are kind of strictly Christian, so none of them actually know that I'm Wiccan, and that's a secret. But I enjoy making videos about things like this because it kind of frustrates me having to keep my life and my passions a secret. And as I say, although I'm literally the most amateur Wiccan that there probably is on YouTube, so I just wanted to share what I did, and in the hope that it would just help other people that are in the same position as me, kind of closet witches as we call ourselves, when your family and friends don't know or they don't quite understand what your craft is. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful, and not only that, it's just kind of a nice full video to kind of get you in the spirit and whatnot. So I say whatnot quite a lot. That's probably one of my autumn equinox resolutions, to be honest. So yeah, that's all for today, folks. Thanks for watching, and be kind.